G'day, I'm Gav.
And I'm Shez, and this is our Beneteau Oceanus 430 Astrid the Wombat. We're getting ready to sail around the world.
So hit subscribe and join us on our amazing adventure. G'day viewers.
Hi guys.
Did you survive the cyclone?
I survived the cyclone.
On the other side of the planet?
Yeah.
And was it in luxury? Yes.
Yes.
Was Mickey Mouse there?
Yeah, Mickey Mouse is there. I'm in my Disney shirt now.
Yeah.
So, you know...
Did I survive the cyclone? You don't even bother to ask.
Well, I rang you every day.
Oh yeah, I suppose you did, yeah.
Guys, for this episode, in case you hadn't figured it out already, is all about Cyclone Alfred that decided to barrel through... directly where we have Astrid.
And that's where you're wrong already, because if you're on a first name basis with him, you call him Al. Or Alf.
Alf.
It's up to you.
Alfie.
Alf. And the Aussie people know there's poor bugger, because that's Alf.
So he came through the house and boat were in the firing line. So if you've not watched us before, we're Gav and Shez. We've got a 43-foot Beneteau called Astrid the Wombat, and we're getting ready to sail around the world. So this cyclone came through last week, and it's just to give you some idea, we are below the cyclone belt, the normal cyclone belt. So there hadn't been a cyclone here, or a declared cyclone, for 50 years. We do get really bad tropical storms that they don't always call cyclones, but most people leave the north of our state to come down here in cyclone season to get away from the cyclones and to be covered by their insurance. So this was a very unusual situation. So we thought we'd put together an episode of how we prep for the storm. 50
years, right? 50 years since the last one. So think about all the people under 50 that would have been panicked by... You know, the media beat up and all the rest of that stuff. People were taping their windows and, I mean, fair enough, tape your windows, but not really necessary for a Cat 1, hey?
But we didn't know. I mean, it was Cat 2 to Cat 3 at one point looking at that, and it kept changing. So I think being more prepared than less is always better.
Yeah, 100%. But, I mean, what I'm saying is that people were really genuinely scared. Yeah.
And there was flooding that occurred... you know, after it moved out, that affected people's homes. There were people's that lost roofs in the storm, like their houses were destroyed. So it really caused a lot of damage.
A lot of power was out at one place, some areas for over a week.
And there's some places still now, a week later, that don't have power. So up in the Gold Coast hinterland, they're still without power. So, yeah, it packed a punch. So we wanted to show you what we did. Our boat was honestly directly in the firing line. So... yeah, we hope you enjoy the episode. If you're new to us, we really welcome you aboard. And please give us a thumbs up on this one and hit subscribe, because excitedly we've hit 500 subscribers.
Yes, thank you everyone.
Thank you so much. And our goal is to try to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. So we really need your help with that. So please like it, share it, get other people to subscribe, whatever you can do to get us there. We'd really appreciate it. It costs you nothing, helps us a lot.
I never thought that would happen. I thought we'd get 5 subscribers.
Yeah.
And that's only because we forced the kids to do it.
People enjoy us, but we hope you do too. All right, enjoy the episode, guys. See ya. It's just getting ready for this cyclone in a couple of days. So we've taken the motor off Ida, our tender, and it's clamped onto there and secured. Tender's up high and secure. And we've added extra lines, so I'll show you the extra lines that we've done. We've also taken the boom tent off so it doesn't fly away.
Excuse me.
Alright, so we've doubled up on our mooring lines. So you can see here, got double. We've added a second spring here. And we've put double lines on the bow. Here, and also on the starboard side of the bow we've got double lines as well. There. So that was a recommendation from the marina that came out the other day, was to get out and put double dock lines on your boats ready, because this cyclone's going to be coming into Brisbane. So yeah, we are all ready. The wind's really picked up since we've got back, like it's whistling now. So it was good. Got a few hours out on the water, which was really nice. Got the boat cyclone ready, and we have an afternoon still for me to finish packing and relax a bit because I have to be at the airport really early tomorrow morning. But the good news is I'm going to take you guys with me, so it'll be pretty good. So I've got to say goodbye to Astrid for 10 days. Pretty sure she's going to miss me. See ya, Astrid. Good luck in the cyclone. And to give you an idea, this is what we were looking at, and it looked nasty as hell. Good morning, everybody. We have a couple of days before there's a cyclone that's due to hit this area. Models keep changing, but it's sort of coming in that it's going to be hitting, so I'm getting out. I'm going to the States.
That's the United States of America.
Yeah, the United States, the Americas.
It is the Americas.
I'm going to the Americas. Buddha is there.
That makes sense.
So I'm going over to see her and her husband and my 3 grandkids.
You guys haven't met this daughter?
Yeah, this one, obviously they've not been out to the States. They have 3 children. In 3 years they had 3 kids, so that would be a lot on the plane coming out here. It's a very long flight. So I'm going out to see them. She's just outside of Nashville, and we're road tripping it from Nashville to Orlando to take the kids to Disney. So I'm very excited about that. I think that's going to be awesome, and I get to do something with them that it's their first time and I'm there for it, because that doesn't really happen when you're a Grandy on the other side of the world. So I'm quite excited about that. And yeah, I take off today. I'm on the new American Airlines line, like that goes Brisbane all the way to Dallas. So last time it was like 4 flights to get to where they are. This time it's 2, so that's going to be a lot easier. So yeah, I'm leaving Gav and taking off. I'll be filming from the States. Gav's going to be doing some filming here with the cyclone coming. It's going to be quite interesting. We put double lines on Astrid yesterday and got her all tied up tightly. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but I think she's in a pretty safe spot, isn't she? She's pretty good. But yeah, well, the last time we got a massive storm here, the boats that were on the hard got knocked off the hard like it was insane, and the concrete dock broke. So yeah, we're hoping it's not going to be like that again, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I should be landed by the time before it actually hits, so which is good. So yeah, that's where we're at. We're on the way to the airport now, and
look at the boats, everybody.
Oh, the boats. Astrid's over in there somewhere. This is such a beautiful spot where we live. And as I was in the air, the cyclone continued to build and change its mind multiple times.
Years ago, a storm came through and the parts of the pontoon broke apart, boats were capsized, but that was what we would call a typical storm, fast and furious, moving through very quickly. But the thing about Cyclone Alfred, it will be hours of strong winds, the big swell, the surges. So to understand what they're facing, they're really, even if you have double tide, even if you've got double fenders, all of that, if the waters rise that much, the pontoon will just lift up off the pylons, and that's when all hell could break loose. I mean, we remember those scenes from Cyclone Yasi. Obviously, that was a much stronger cyclone, but that is what can happen. This week, it's been a hive of activity here. People are working, trying to secure their vessels. There are 4 marinas in this harbour, so it is the biggest harbour in the southern hemisphere. More than 3,500 boats. So you can imagine how all of them are thinking as we head into this weekend. What will happen? How strong will the winds be? How strong those winds will last? The gusts. It's a very nervous time for all of them, but they've you know, they all look after each other. That is the thing with boaties. And the wind is definitely starting to pick up here. We're having a little bit of rain now. And of course, those conditions will continue to deteriorate. A lot of boaties will be coming back to check on their vessels. We saw that this afternoon. And continue to do that, I guess, for as long as it's safe. And then they've just got to ride out the storm and see what will come. And that's what most of us are doing, isn't it?
And with conditions worsening, Gav was constantly down at the boat, checking the lines, making additional preparations based on advice from other boaties, but also from advice from the marinas. So he lashed all the sails as well so that they were nice and tight, so everything was pulled in, checked all the lines so that they weren't going to be whipping around everywhere. He also removed the middle section from our Dodger and Bimini just to allow the wind somewhere to go so it wouldn't lift the whole lot up with the solar panels. So you can see there where he's removed that middle section out of there as well. So it was a lot of work to get it ready. Okay guys, so I am at Disneyland. I just checked in with Gav and the cyclone has started, so the boat is tied up as best it can be. We've taken all the precautions and where we'll keep you updated. He'll film a bit from where he is, but I guess I'm the furthest away from a cyclone that you can possibly be. But yeah, we'll keep you posted. We think it'll be like winning lotto if we have no damage. It's highly likely that Astrid will be damaged in this and potentially our house as well. So yeah, we're sort of nervously waiting to see the outcome, but cyclone's starting to hit now. It's moving really slowly and we're going to have extended high wind gusts and rain from this cyclone over the next 48 hours. So it's a really long time to sustain that, which is why we've got double lines. If they chafe through, there's no way of going to change those during this time. So we'll see where we're at. But yeah, Gav and I are in close contact and we'll keep you guys updated. And these are some of the last photos that Gav took of the marina before he needed to shelter at home. Now our home is only just back from the marina, just a couple of streets, so both our house and our boat were in the firing line. But you can see how surreal it is to think that this cyclone was about to hit. And when it was going to hit, just continually kept changing. And the waiting game for everyone at home was really one of the most difficult things. But here it comes. The power went out pretty quickly for Gav, as did the internet, but thankfully we had a generator on hand. That's something that boaties are always pretty good at having. And our house was looking okay with the first little inkling of the cyclone coming through. A lot of water and a lot of rain, and of course this poor little kookaburra was looking pretty unimpressed. And as the storm continued to get closer and cross the coast, the creek behind us continued to rise. It was not a problem for flooding for us, but showed the significant amount of water. And also our back fence that didn't survive the stronger winds and ended up losing that whole fence across the back of our house. And finally, it was safe enough for Gav to head down to the marina and check.
Hello everyone. Couple of hours post-cyclone and we're still afloat. Look at that. Hello Astrid. Looking pretty good. Now we'll have a look. The weather's still shit. It's still gusting to probably 30 knots, but I don't know, I haven't really had any internet or power at home, so I'll just see how we go. These guys made the right decision and bailed. I wonder where they went. Anyway, maybe they're at the bottom there. So here she is. Nothing. It's just got a good clean. Can't be complaining about that, can we? Someone's poo noodle. We've done well to survive that. All our lines and a little bit loose. Fix that up. Even though the stairs made it. Look at that. There we go. Alrighty. There's Craigie from Rambling Rose over there. That's Rambling Rose right there. Go and say good day. Well, we got a bit of water in. Unfortunately. So we're a bit wet. But I think it's no big problem, is it? It's a storage junkyard. And shed looks pretty dry. I thought that was water, but it's just shiny sticky tape, look. Anyway, we're all good in here. Yeah, oh, maybe a little bit. We're all good. I'll lift all this stuff up because make it easier to get to all the bits and bobs. And got a bit of water down the mast, as you would expect. But you can see a few drips there. Wet there. A little bit wet in there. But the seals around the hatches are all good. So it's all worked well. And bed's dry, so that's good. And we've got no shore power at the moment, so we'll just have a quick squiz and then take off, I think. Not much I can do about the water. Might run a towel over it, wreck a towel. There we go. Well, we had a fair bit of water inside the boat, but resealed everything. I think the hatch blew open, the companionway hatch. The wind got underneath it and got it in there a bit, but anyway, back again. But yeah, she's a bit wet, but safe and sound. I think everything's good. Biminis are all good. Glad I took that section out. Pop that back when probably tomorrow. Soaking. All my knots, flashing the sails, all lasted really well. So there you go, everyone. Astrid's just great.
And then it was part 2 of this cyclone, with the heavens opening up and the rain pouring down and widespread flooding across the Brisbane area. Tori, our daughter, took this from where they live, and they were flooded in for about 5 or 6 days after this.
Okay, ready?
Rosie, what do you think of the flood?
There's a big volcanic stone really fast.
Yeah, the stick in the water.
And there's another pole with numbers down there.
Oh yeah.
And I like the noise, but last night I didn't like the wind noise, and that made me stay up.
You're a bit scared of the wind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a bit better now though? It's just rainy.
Yeah.
We just can't really go anywhere, can we?
No.
No.
Let's go.
And the rain just kept on coming. It hammered down for days. Meanwhile, Gav was still without power and internet and decided to jump in the car and get out of the house. The cabin fever was starting to set in.
Oh, world's gone to shit. Pub's open. Hell yeah. I'm going in there. Bottle's open. Yeah, beauty.
You've done, thanks for how you have responded, and above all, thanks for the common sense that you've displayed. And throughout this, I hope that we've endeavoured to allow people to go about their life as much as possible.
So made it back and heading down now to the boat. So it'll be my first look post cyclone, and we've got to de-storm it now and have a look and see if it's drying out with the dehumidifier and stuff. It'll be good to get on board and have a look, but we've been very lucky, that's for sure. There she is, tucked up, looking good. Everyone else looks good too. Water is really still crap and muddy looking, and debris washing down, but all looks pretty good. There she is. So this is where we think the water may have got in if the wind has lifted this up. It was all locked up, obviously, but somehow or other the wind has lifted it, and then the water's gone straight down into the boat. And it seems that's the only place that it's got, the water's actually got in. The hatch has held up really well. So, you know, it's extreme weather. So I don't think it's something that we need to change. Don't plan on being in active cyclone weather if we can get out of it. So, but yeah, that's where it's come down, in that vicinity there. And then into the boat. Okay, so Gab's had the dehumidifier going, and actually it's really dry in here. No moisture at all, which is great. So actually this is not going at the moment. Okay, now it's going. So it's just been drying out. I'm not sure why that was off. Looks like there's still a little bit of moisture in here. It's still a bit damp there. I might just open up these hatches and let some air in. That'll hopefully, yeah, that'll let some air in. That'll help to dry that floor out there. You watch. I bet I'll open these and then Gab will want to wash the deck, and I'll have to come back and show them again. See if that dries that out a bit. Looks alright in there. And now we just need to put everything together again. Put the bit in the middle of the dodger outside and shade things on. So a little bit to do today. Gav's just removing all the lashing that he put on for the sails and stuff, which worked a treat, and I'm going to attempt to put these shade cloths like this. You can see the back one here, this one here, and we've got the others going on either side of the boat. So I'm going to attempt to get those zip back up again. Okay, I managed to get the port side one on. There it is. Struggling a bit with the starboard side. I'll try again. It's a bit fiddly. Okay, partially there on one side. Got to get this side onto there, and then attach it all back onto here. Getting there. Okay, we've got it on here, all the way across, and now I need to attach it across to here. It's all on zips, but it can be really tricky to get in, especially this last bit, so we'll see how I go. Okay, success. It's back on. There it is there, all attached. Try and get where you can see how much we've got here. Oh. So we've got all the shade, drop down shade is done. That middle section's back in, so it's all fully covered here now in the cockpit. Okay, so she's decycloned. Everything's back on, boom tent's back on, and we are incredibly relieved and incredibly lucky as well. So there she is, ready for adventure. Thanks for watching, guys. We really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. It's completely free and really helps us get around the world. Join us next week when I manage to fall down the companionway stairs and Gav does a lot of work to get these stairs repaired and back on the boat. We'll see you then. See ya!